Day, here are 51 of the most beautiful girls in the
in Beirut.
I'll be that Yankee little girl.
As television hostess, one of television's brightest stars, Miss June Lockhart. Tonight's special guest, Rick Nelson. Pageant host, one of television's most popular personalities, Mr. Bob Barker. The Miss USA Beauty Pageant is the Cavity Fighter, and by April Fresh Downy, and by Crisco Oil, which lets you fry practically grease-free.
Chicken isn't greasy. It was fried practically grease-free in Crisco oil. Poppycock. Look, I fried these 4 pieces of chicken in 1 cup of Crisco oil, and it all comes back except 1 tablespoon.
And now, your host, Mr. Bob Barker.
Thank you very much. Welcome to all of you in this packed auditorium, and welcome to all of you at home. Tonight is the final judging in the 19th annual pageant. Beautiful girls from all 50 states and the District of Columbia will compete for the coveted title of Miss USA 1970. But before the judging gets underway, I would like to introduce a young lady whom I have never seen without a beautiful smile on her face. The reigning Miss USA from Virginia, Wendy Descombe. And seated right beside Wendy, we have the reigning Miss Universe from the Philippines, Gloria Diaz. Now, our 51 beauty delegates are going to introduce themselves to you. Remember, each of these girls is a winner of first a local pageant of Miss USA of 1970. Now, as the girls come forward, each one will hand in her secret vote for the girl she believes has been most cooperative, most friendly, most helpful during pageant week. And the girl with the most votes will receive the Miss Unity Award of 1970. Now, the votes will be tallied as they're handed in. and I will announce the winner at the end of the parade of states. So get set to welcome our 51 beauty delegates. Which one will leave this stage in just 90 minutes to begin a year's reign as Miss USA of 1970? Ladies and gentlemen, we present the Miss USA Parade of States, Miss Alabama.
Kathy Bryant, Bay Minette.
Miss Alaska.
Teresa Press, Fairbanks.
Miss Arizona.
Alicia Ellen Lane, Mesa.
Miss Arkansas.
Mary Jane Dial, Bella Vista. Linda Lee Hall, Los Angeles.
Miss Colorado.
Linda Hicklin, Greeley.
Miss Connecticut.
Patricia Ann Matthews, Farmington.
Miss Delaware.
Marilyn O'Neill, Newark.
Miss District of Columbia.
Nikki Phillips, Metro, Washington, D.C.
Miss Florida.
Cheryl Johnson, Orlando.
Miss Georgia.
Cherie Stevens, Atlanta.
Miss Hawaii.
Donna Hartley, Honolulu.
Miss Idaho.
Kathy Craven, Nampa.
Miss Illinois.
Carol Papoon, Skokie.
Miss Indiana.
Marianne McBride, Michigan City.
Miss Iowa.
Jacqueline Jenkins, Carroll.
Miss Kansas.
Norma Decker, Tecumseh.
Miss Kentucky.
Kentucky Colonel, Joanna Smith, Morgantown.
Miss Louisiana.
Nadine Robertson, Bossier City.
Miss Maine.
Margaret McAleer, Waterville.
Miss Maryland.
Becky Ann Price, Camp Springs.
Miss Massachusetts.
Cheryl E. Stankiewicz, Brockton.
Miss Michigan.
Dawn Bergen, Detroit.
Miss Minnesota.
Sally Strickland, St. Paul.
Miss Mississippi.
Mrs. Ladner, Cass Christian.
Miss Missouri.
Beck Grinham, Independence.
Miss Montana.
Maureen Murphy, Helena.
Miss Nebraska.
Bonnie McElveen, Bellevue.
Miss Nevada.
Sherry Schroll, Las Vegas.
Miss New Hampshire.
Gail Erickson, Concord.
Miss New Jersey.
Ellen Crean, Pennsauken.
Miss New Mexico.
Teresa Phillips, Las Cruces.
Miss New York.
Christina Katz, Manhattan.
Miss North Carolina.
Susan Bodford, Ramseur.
Miss North Dakota.
Nancy Jean Perry from Minot.
Miss Ohio.
Jane Harrison, Wycliffe.
Miss Oklahoma.
Harry
Miss Rhode Island.
Warwick.
Miss South Carolina, Best State Costume.
Vicky Chester, Mount Pleasant.
Miss South Dakota.
Cynthia Finley, Sturgis.
Miss Tennessee.
Marie Ford, Trenton.
Miss Texas.
Diane Swindeman, Austin.
Miss Utah.
Mina Rourke, Salt Lake City.
Miss Vermont.
Cindy Jerwitz, Westover.
Miss Virginia, voted Miss Fixable.
Debbie Shelton, Norfolk.
Miss Washington.
Susan Joan Hyde, Seattle.
Miss West Virginia.
Sharon O'Grady, Weirton.
Miss Wisconsin.
Joanne Fuller, Eau Claire.
Miss Wyoming.
Answorth out, Sheridan.
And there they are, the parade of Miss USA Beauty. And I have just been presented the results of the girls' voting for Miss Unity 1970. Miss Unity is Miss Texas. Diane Swendeman, congratulations.
Thank you, Bob.
And we have a beautiful trophy for you to remember that you were considered the friendliest, the most cooperative, the most helpful of 51 very nice girls.
I'm afraid I've been more trouble than I'm worth.
No, you haven't. We have a few tears of happiness here to start off our show. Girls, thank you.
It's the start of an exciting night to select the new Miss USA, the girl who will win cash prizes, a year of travel and adventure, and who will represent the United States in the Miss Universe pageant in July. That's the big one. And I'll be up here overlooking the stage to bring you as much inside information as I can about the girls and what's going on. And as an added treat for you television viewers, Dee Dee Anstedt, Miss USA 1968, will be backstage during the pageant, and we'll switch to her seconds before the names of the 5 finalists are announced. It should be pretty tense backstage at that moment. I can't promise what we'll get, but with quick costume changes and a few broken hearts, it should be interesting. The judges' votes are being checked over right now by the official accountants, and in just a moment, Bob Barker will announce the names of the 15 semifinalists who were selected by secret ballot during preliminary judging. So get your pencil and paper and pick your favorites and keep your fingers crossed. And now, let's watch this little film and see why even movie stars worry about fighting cavities. Watch this.
Daddy!
Welcome, Miss Cameron.
Dad!
Grunt, take Miss Cameron's bags to the penthouse. I've seen to every detail of your visit personally.
Carol, what is this? Oh, my daughter Carol. She no doubt wanted to meet you.
John had just 2 cavities and I only had 1.
That's great. Carol, do you know who this is?
That's a marvelous checkup, darling. How did you do it?
Tell her how we did it, sweetheart.
This is the class.
Are you sure it was a crest?
Now I am. Best checkup ever. That fluoride stuff works. The others we tried didn't have it. For my money, Crest is the cavity expert.
And isn't Crest accepted by
Yes, by the American Dental Association.
She has beautiful teeth. Have you ever thought of putting her in the movies?
If you're serious about cavities, have regular checkups, watch treats, and brush after eating with Crest. Fighting cavities is the whole idea behind Crest.
last week here in Miami Beach, our judges have met with each of the 51 beauty delegates individually to evaluate them on poise, personality, and general appearance. Now, by secret ballot, based on these preliminary judgings, our judges have selected 15 girls as the semifinalists. And only these 15 girls will continue in swimsuits and gowns for the title of Miss USA. And because of this secret balloting system, neither the judges, the girls, nor I know the names on this card. I'll read them in two groups, not in alphabetical order. And before I begin, girls, let me point out that just by virtue of the fact you're here, you are all already winners, and each and every one of you should be very proud of yourselves. And good luck to all of you. All right, here we go with our first group of semifinalists. The first name on the list is Miss Nevada. Miss Nevada will now be joined by Miss South Carolina. Number 3, among our first group of semifinalists, is Miss Washington. And now, a young lady who came a long way to be here, Miss California. Number 5 among the semifinalists is Miss Ohio. And I don't think you'll be too disappointed to learn that one of our semifinalists is Miss Florida. Number 7, lucky number 7, Miss District of Columbia. Congratulations, girls. Now, I'm going to chat with each of the girls. That is, Miss South Carolina, if I can get near enough to you to chat with you here. Her name is Vicki Lynn Chesser, and Vicki Lynn, incidentally, won Best State Costume with this costume that she has on from South Carolina. Why don't you explain this to our viewers?
Well, this year South Carolina is representing its 300th birthday, and my pageant got permission from the Tricentennial Commission to use their logo as my crown and my costume. And the color of purple comes because our First Lady of the state of South Carolina pushed for the amethyst to be our state gem.
Fine. Vicki, what do you do when you're not in Miss USA pageants?
Well, I'm a junior at the university, and I work part-time for Medlock, Rince & Andrews law firm, and I tutor a little fourth grader twice a week.
Careful with those law firm plugs. Those will cost a lot of money here. Well, Vicki, I want you to walk out this ramp now, and one by one, all of our semifinalists will join you. Okay? There you go. Miss South Carolina. Miss California here is Linda Lee Hall. She's a student at San Fernando Valley State College. And what do you want to do? What are you studying?
I am majoring in history and minoring in geography, and I'd like to be an elementary school teacher.
Uh-huh. You know, when I announced Miss Florida, there was this wild burst of applause, of course, and there's supposed to be so much rivalry between California and Florida, and here you are, Miss California in the enemy camp. Have they been pretty nice to you here?
Oh, they've been great. I just love being in Florida. The people are so warm and friendly.
Don't overdo it. They won't let you back in California.
It's true. I really had a good time.
Good for you. Out there with Miss South Carolina there. That was very sweet. Miss District of Columbia is Nikki Phillips, and I stepped up beside her here, and she says, well, Bob, here we are. That's right, here we are. You happy?
Oh, I'm very happy, yes.
Yes, and you're a student at the University of Maryland.
That's right.
And During the week, on several occasions, you've said, Bob, let's talk about my major. So let's talk about your major. It's plant pathology, and I'm
Yes.
sure that a lot of us would like to know what is plant.
I'm very proud of my department. It's the study of plant diseases, which are caused by viruses and bacteria and fungi, things like that.
I see. Well, that sounds very interesting. Now, you're from a large family, aren't you?
Yes, 6 of us. I'm the oldest.
This must be a tremendous responsibility for your mother.
It is. Well, she's decided that since all the kids are in school now, she's gone back to school herself, and I'm only beating her graduation by 1 semester.
She's back in school, too?
Yes, she's graduating next semester.
She'll do anything to get away from those 6 kids.
She commutes every day.
Good for her. Thank you, Miss District of Columbia. Now, Miss Florida here is Cheryl Elizabeth Johnson, and you're a student at Stetson working on your master's degree?
This is right, in English.
And what are your plans? What do you want to do when you get your master's?
Well, I plan to get my Ph.D. when I finish my master's, and then I want to be a college professor.
Ooh, lucky college students who have a doctor who looks like you. What, now, this is all very profound from such a pretty little girl. What do you do for fun, Cheryl?
Well, I have lots of hobbies. I love to swim and ski and get out in the sunshine, and I'm really enjoying this pageant. It's been great.
You've really had fun.
I have.
Good. Thank you, Miss Florida. Now, Miss Ohio is Jane Harrison, and Jane, you're from a big family, are you?
Yes, I am. There's 6 in our family.
And what do you have? All boys, all girls, brothers and sisters? What?
There's 5 girls, and the youngest is my brother, 4.
Aha. How did your father react after all these girls when this boy was born?
I must admit that that's the first time I've ever seen him cry.
He cried? He wanted another girl?
Well, he was really proud of his son.
Oh, he was happy.
Right.
I see. It was like Miss Texas when she won the Unity Award
Right.
this evening. Well, Miss Ohio, I want to wish you luck.
Thank you.
You're among the 15 semifinalists already.
Thank you.
Yes. Now, Miss Washington. Miss Washington is Susan Hyde, and we're talking about big families here with Miss Ohio. You have 5 sisters, is that right?
Yes, I do.
And how does your father feel about that?
Well, my father can't communicate too well with a house full of women, so he talks to the dog.
Well, what if he... Let's imagine for a moment that he has a message for one of the girls. What does he do then?
Well, he'll talk to the dog for a few minutes, and then the dog will relay it to us.
Oh, that's great. You have a lot of imagination, Miss Washington. What, well, I assume it's imagination, don't you? What's going on out there in that state? But, Miss Washington, what I started asking, what do you want to do with your life after you get out of school?
I want to be a first-grade teacher.
Why a first-grade teacher?
Because high school kids are too smart-alecky.
What that thing would have said and told me that.
In college?
Yes.
Yes, so you're just out of high school.
Yes.
All right, well, you go out with the other smart Alex out there. There you go. Now, Miss Nevada is Sharon Lee Shruel, and you plan to go to UCLA and study dramatics, is that right?
Yes, I do. Next year.
That'd be fine. Now, you're having fun here at the pageant, aren't you?
Oh, I'm having a load of fun, really.
Good. All the girls have roommates. Who are your roommates?
California, New Mexico. They're great girls.
How is it having Nevada, California, New Mexico all together?
Well, we have all the western states, but can you imagine 3 girls in one room with all of our junk, our curlers, and our makeup, trying to get ready in the morning? We're all turning in unison.
You have to turn in unison, huh? What do you talk about, these gals?
We usually sleep a lot.
Are you sleepy now?
No, not now. I'm too scared to be.
We have probably, well, I know we have a little over an hour to go. Do you think you'll make it?
I think so. I hope.
Oh, good. I hope you will, too. Out you go. And there they are, ladies and...
Well, I'll be leaving on Friday night.
Finalists.
If there's anyone looking in tonight who's seeing the USA pageant for the first background, this is the 19th Miss USA pageant. 950 young ladies have competed in the finals for the title, and many more thousands on the local level. There have been 2 Miss USAs from Illinois, 2 from California, and 2